A massive redevelopment both on the field and off, so we'll expect to see the Western Bulldogs here in Carlton for a few of their home games this season. But I tell you what, we couldn't have a better day for it. If you were painting the picture of a perfect football day, this is it. 20 degrees, a light northerly wind. It's going to be a ripper.
Enjoy it down there, enjoy it at home. It is the Western Bulldogs, and against that orange team, Jess, it's the Giants. Take us away.
Season 7's underway at Icon Park in beautiful sunshine on Sunday afternoon footy. And from the middle, we've got a free kick out of there, going the Dogs' way. It is Ellie Blackburn, a superstar dog. Oh, dodges Dalton nicely on the mark, kicks towards half forward. There's no one there at centre half forward, though, for the Dogs. And Hicks back into the lineup for the Giants this season. It's an early touch. Here's Eva, just gets boot to ball and scraps it into the centre of the ground. It's dropped by Dalton. And now the Bulldogs win it through Blackburn. Back inside 50 they go. Bounces past Fitzgerald. Moody's also there up forward for the Dogs. The Giants went out. Under pressure, though, in defence. Oh, that's a big tackle laid from Gabby Newton. Another one we're really looking forward to seeing back in Dogs colours.
Setting the tone after a couple of shoulder reconstructions. Bursting through, Kirsty Lamb for the opener. The superstar for the Dogs, who took her game to the next level last season, has started with a bang.
Well, that's the absolute start that the Western Bulldogs needed, but more importantly, I think, for Kirsty Lamb as well. We talked a lot earlier this year about the level in which she'd taken her game to, but could she become that goal-kicking mid that, say, Ellie Blackburn can? And that's what we need from midfielders. You can win the ball at the contest, but can you actually impact on the scoreboard? And Kirsty Lamb finding the scoreboard early for the Dogs. What a great start for her and a great start for her team.
So the vice-captain this year, 3 vice-captains for the Dogs, Katie Lynch and also Bailey Hunt. What a season she had, Jess.
She kicked 6 goals, 3 in the 2022 season.
All-Australian and co-club best and fairest with Blackburn.
So the Dogs with the early goal. They're off to the perfect start. Out of the middle, Parker. Wonderful play for the Giants, only 22 years of age and 3-time best and fairest. Eva's hand pass goes back looking for Parker. Does the work on her hands and knees. Here's the first gamer in McCormick with an early possession, but they've coughed it up. Lamb. Now off to Edmonds. And on that kick, just had a little bit too much on it for Cranston. And coming through is Grierson for the Giants. Looks like we will have a stoppage on the outer wing. The umpire was letting it go for a little bit, eventually says I'll have it.
You'll see some Giants playing some different positions. Eva on the wing, Zarika deep forward.
No change for Parker, number 3. She's their best player, scurrying and handing the ball back there to Sharon. In and under and then bursting out of the mid. What a player she is. Big pack forms once again. Doesn't look like the Sharon is coming out of there. And we see Alice Edmonds in the ruck for the Dogs, which means Celine Moody starts at full forward, a move that Nathan Burke is very keen on pursuing as his captain is caught and tackled. She gets her kick away. Hetherington. And then going to ground. So the Bulldogs, 7th on the ladder last year, just missed out on the finals with the 4 wins and 5 losses and a draw. Mackerel, a little toe poke. Here's a chance. They're going to go through the centre now, the Giants. Out to a one-on-one. Shove from Grant was good. Got her player to go to ground in Georgia Garnett. And then Hartwigs wins the free. So starting across half-back again, Sarah Hartwig.
Just chips into the middle. It's a dangerous ball, but Blackburn with a good contested mark early. Ships it to Lamb. And we'll get a free kick for a tug of the jump up. Quick to move it forward. Over the head of Pritchard. And the Dogs win out. This is Mowbray. Can kick the Giants inside forward 50. Staunton was caught behind, but they still might come up with it. The Giants. Garnett just gets the hand pass out to space, but Lynch for the Dogs exits defensive 50. And GWS can reload off half-back. Edmonds, though, drops the mark on the outer side.
Fitzgerald's going to take off after this one. Just wants to scoop it up to Edmonds, who does well. And then this is Eleanor Brown. Her delivery has gone straight to the opposition. Grierson chops it off. Coming back through the corridor, Parker marks uncontested. What can she set up here, Shiloh? What's ahead of her?
Well, there's a lot of congestion ahead of her. Most players are within about 80 metres of the football. They're really tightening it up.
Over the head it went in the end of Mowbray. And Brown, much improved last year, Eleanor Brown.
She'll take a fair bit of that tall defensive work that, you know, with Elise Gamble going out of the team, she'll have to really take a bit more of that load up this year, but she'll be up to the task.
Bateman to Berry, so Dee Berry looking for Gutnick. It was over her head. Now a loose ball. Gutnick goes in hard. She's tackled, though, by Smith. It wobbles out the side. Again, they pile in from all angles. Putting her body on the line there was the ruck in Alice Edmonds. And there's Cam Bernasconi. It's hard to be thumping through his chest right now, making his senior coaching debut in AFLW with the Giants.
Blackburn with a little toe poke inside forward 50. Another chance for the Dogs. Cranston overran it. The Giants might cough it up in defence. That might be pushing the back. I think it is to Bennett's. So Bennett's will take the free kick.
It's a fourth free kick to 0, going in the favour of the Western Bulldogs. A little bit of undisciplined play so far, and they're not through lasso free kicks. They're just poor body contact free kicks.
So has Moody and Cranston at full forward. What does Bennett's do with the kick? We'll just lay it up to the top of the square to Moody. Oh, got fingertips to it. Couldn't complete the mark. Evans at the back for the Giants. Can kick it long down the wing. And they do have a bit of room to move here. Do the Giants. And out the back is Fowler. Ball had a little bit too much on it for her. Has time to gather. Hand pass, though, misses the target. And the Dogs win out through Newton.
Unkind bounce. It went over the head of Gutnick in the end. Now Gutnick might go again. Loose ball, quick hands, gives it off to Fitzgerald. She can give it to Berry, who's got speed to burn. Oh, great tackle. It was Parker that got it, but Cranston goes again. Even better tackle. Well done by the Giants. Pepper Randall follows up with a bit of push and shove.
I reckon they might look at that tackle come Monday. You see here that second effort.
Dangerous.
She just slams her into the ground.
So a free kick to Cranston. She's just going to dab it into the pocket. Morris Dalton can't take the mark, and an opportunity goes missing there. Smith with the relieving kick over the head of Zarika. Scooping it up here. Jess Doyle got it to Zarika. So we heard it's going to start in that small forward role. Oh, Parker with the fend off. Striding down along the wing and put that out of bounds on the full. Looked impressive initially.
The fend off on Jess Fitzgerald, that's no mean feat. So Parker looks like she's picking up where she left off earlier this year.
3-time best and fairest winner and 2-time All-Australian Elise Parker. Here's Hartwig. Chip short. This is the first game of Wilcox. Wobbles a kick down the line, and that's a free kick every day of the week.
Dalloway rather, a little bit too eager on that occasion.
So Pritchard a little bit slow to her feet.
Already done some really nice things, Pritchard. Just a little hand in here and there.
And that's a nice ball to half forward to Woodley. The other first gamer as the Dogs go inside forward 50 again. Newton couldn't get there. Out the back is Hicks for the Giants. And here's Mackerel with a wobbly kick into the centre of the ground.
Just through the hands of Grant, but Hunt's there. Mops it up to Brown. Looks ahead. Bateman could have kept going. She's going to hold up play, Daisy. Crossing from Arden Street to Whitten Oval in the off-season. Bateman delivering. That goes straight over the head of her teammate there in Woodley, one of the schoolgirls playing in Nathan Burke's team today. Now it's play on for the Giants. Down they go looking for Staunton at centre half forward. In a one out. Hartwig does well. Hartwig handballing back to Lynch. Staunton nearly caught her. A high up and under, and Bateman getting plenty of the ball on that outer wing.
Well, she's playing up a lot higher than she was at the Rouge. She was often that deep forward. Now they've got her being a distributor up through the middle of the ground. Nice move from Nathan Burke.
So the Dogs with the opener through their best and fairest last season in Kirsty Lamb. Giants yet to really trouble the scoreboard. Well, not at all.
Mackerel off to Evans. That's a high kick towards half forward. Oh, sitting underneath it is Brasendale. Couldn't complete the mark. And that is a beautiful delivery to Doyle on the lead, who can line up for the first shot on goal for the Giants.
Well, Doyle, of course, last year bobbed up late in the season, had a really lovely purple patch late and found the goals really easily in the end. But she's a great young talent. They're really excited what she's going to do. Alicia even said she's the off-season's biggest improver.
Made her AFL debut in round 3 of season 6 earlier in the year. 6 games in the end, 5 goals. And here is the 18-year-old's chance to make her mark to kick off season 7 for the Giants. Great kick from Doyle, and the Giants are on the board.
Well, I think when the Dogs look back at the vision on Monday, they'll be a bit disappointed they didn't have any height really on the goal line, because it travelled through at quite a low range. The Giants did a really good job to shepherd it through, and Doyle's on the scoreboard. Fantastic result for them. But what I really liked is how the ball transitioned from the half-back line. Historically, we've seen them move the ball really slowly through the middle of the ground and get caught up, but they're really quick to move it with short 45 kicks and then just get the ball moving. Great work.
So the 18-year-old from Pittwater and the Swans Academy in the orange this afternoon. Back in the centre, Bree Moody is going to be in the ruck here. Celine Moody, rather. And she rises high, puts it straight down to Blackburn, as easy as you like. It's textbook Aussie rules football, charging out. Unable to get there was Lamb. It's going to ricochet the way of Gutnecht. She goes to ground where she's tackled.
6th touch for Ellie Blackburn.
Moody looking for, but not effectively finding Blackburn. Going to ground was Bennett's. Lamb squeezes the kick into space. Who's going to get there first? Newton takes off after it. She needs a little bit of help. It might come in the way of Riley Wilcox, the debutante, the 18-year-old. She's taken on a couple and then she slips over, goes to ground. Little excitement machine. Goes back in the second time hard. And it comes back out to the Giants. Tackle applied by Gutnecht.
Well, you don't mind that, do you? And she's known, you know, everyone talks about her pace.
Let's get down to Lauren Wood. Lauren.
It's been a big weekend for Riley Wilcox, guys. She had her school formal on Friday night, had to miss training, but we know Berkey, they call him Dad. He's into the family milestones and the life events, so she wasn't going to miss that one.
Oh, wonderful story. Wilcox playing her first game. Thanks, Loz. In the middle of the ground, Moody laying an important tackle.
Bit scared to ask Berkey whether she could attend it, I think. So, what a week. School formal and an AFLW debut, all in the same week.
I believe he said you only get one school formal, but you'll play many, many AFLW games, so of course you can go.
That's true. Mackerel at the bottom of this pack.
How's that a vote of confidence from your coach?
Moody with the tap down. Bennett's is in there fighting for the footy. Squirts out the back to Moody again. Now to Lamb, now to Wilcox. It's a high kick towards half forward. Eva is there for the Giants, but they win out now. Is Cranston. And ball's backwards to Lamb. What can she find up forward? Newton. Oh, good defensive work to bring the ball to ground. Giants defence under pressure. They've forced a stoppage.
I really like the jump from behind there from Jazz Grierson. She's already got a bit of confidence today. She's had 4 touches leading their possession count today.
Oh, Lamb is absolutely slammed to the ground by Jodie Hicks. Welcome back to footy, Jodie. Look at this, number 29. Played in the number 5 and then gave up footy. Bernasconi rang her and said, why don't you come back? New number, new position. And there she is on the right there playing that small defender role. Former cricketer. Edmonds. Oh, it's all orange, a fumble by Pease. Around the corner is Smith. A bouncing ball. Brown charges off after it. Got the hands away to Bennett's. It's going to be a free kick. She's been pinged for holding. Mackerel, who laid the tackle, and it was a big one at that, will take the free kick at centre half back.
And with a kick like that, great to see her spending more time through the middle this year too, Mackerel.
Flares it out wide to Smith, who delivers to half forward Garnett. It's marked on the lead. She's quick to dish it off to Dalton, who closes to 30. That's not a great kick-off. the side of the boot. You've got to throw in deep forward pocket for the Giants.
Chloe Dalton. You probably had a bit more time there, Chloe Dalton. She'd done all the work to get separation. Just needed to slow those last 2 steps down and finish off.
You saw the power and the burst and explosiveness from Rugby Sevens. Here's Staunton, takes it out of the ruck, gives it off to Dalton, who gets a second crack at it and just misses. She's getting closer. Former Blues player playing at her old ground.
Remember, we didn't see a lot of her earlier this year too. She was injured quite early. So the Giants will be a much better team for having her in the team.
Yeah, she played WNBL for the Sydney Flames, sat on the bench, got frustrated, wanted to win a gold medal. Started Rugby Sevens, won that gold medal in Rio, played a bit of AFLW with Carlton, then wanted to go to Tokyo to win a gold medal, but fractured her cheekbone, her jaw, just weeks out. So devastating for her, and she's now back with the Giants. It is, wow, the definition of code hopping, but brilliant at all of it.
3 elite codes. Amazing.
Here's Bennett's from the stoppage or hand pass. I don't think Fitzgerald was ready for it. Parker picks it up and whacks it on the boot. Out of bounds on the full, though. Free kick going to the Dogs. Katie Lynch with footy in hand.
So Dalton and Mackerel leading possession count for the Giants.
It's closing in on quarter time here. Just the goal each to either side. Dogs with the first and the Giants hit back. Long kick down the line. That is a brilliant mark in the contest by Edmonds. Dogs fans in the stands here at Icon Park certainly love that. Bathed in sunshine we are. Kick down the line. Out the back is Parker. Just works her way through traffic. And that is a beautiful kick.
Quick hands, a little bit too quick for Dalton. She goes the toe poke, coming in is Garnett. Sliding in, and she's set upon by 3 Bulldogs. Georgia Garnett, number 17 there for the Giants. There she goes back to full forward. Has made the switch, Bernasconi. She was playing as a defender. She went to Cam and said, "Nice to meet you, senior coach. I really want to kick goals." He said, "Well, I'm about player empowerment, so we'll give you the opportunity." As the Dogs repel another one. Newton tried to juggle it. Evans picked it up. Quick hands. Cranston had it, lost it. Free kick to the Dogs against Eva. It'll go to Newton.
Free kick count 6-1.
So Gabby Newton, former #1 draft pick. Issues with her shoulders, a couple of reconstructions. Long down the line. And Evans. Tani Evans from Tathra. Much improved player. Beautiful left foot. And the Giants will take a 1-point lead into quarter time. It's 1-1-7 to the Dogs. 1 straight 6. A real arm wrestle to open this season for both these teams. The goal kickers Doyle and Lamb. Not much separating them at the first break. We'll be back with more right after this.
Just like some of his players.
Very different game to the practice game at Whitten Oval a couple of weeks ago. It's 49-48. High scoring, goals galore. Giants fell over the line by a point.
Yeah, and a lot of that's just playing around with structures and bits and pieces. A bit of cloak and dagger stuff as well. Now we see the real thing.
So quarter number 2 underway. And no clear winner out of the middle there. McCormick and Edmonds wrestle for the footy in the centre. And the Giants win out this time. Here's Bridstack. Another wonderful story of this Giants outfit. Kick towards half forward. That is a brilliant effort from Ferris.
Great matchup. It's a good matchup, isn't it, Shiloh?
Oh, it is, and they're both lovely players. Ferris just so classy.
So Stack goes in. Happy to dab it over. There was Edmonds. Follows up with the tackle on Hicks. On Mowbray, rather. And holding the ball. So being rewarded will be Fitzgerald for the Doggies. He's going to bob it up near Cranston. She's got it. Too strong for Hicks. And wants to wheel and go she does, because Moody's down there. She's a great target. Now, where are the runners? Alicia Eva charges through. She overruns it. Moody's down there. So too is Lamb. She just tries to rugby league style, state of origin style, try and bash and crash as close as she can get to that goal line before she's held up.
Great defensive transition by the Giants. Good numbers down there in defence.
Moody. Picked up by Parker. Only goes as far as Stack. High one. Hicks. Dalton. Now she's got speed to burn, but she's brought down in a brilliant tackle. It spills the way of Pritchard. Lamb on her non-preferred. Does it sit up? Not quite. Bateman. She had it and then got it for the doggies in Woodley. And Woodley goes to ground. Oh, and this is dangerous. That's a brilliant tackle by Gabby Newton, holding the ball for the Giants. And the #1 draft pick from directly in front should put through the Dogs' second goal of the afternoon.
There's a great example of why she was so sorely missed last year. She is a great talent, knows the game so well, can finish, but can win her own footy as well.
Never kicked a goal. Her first one, the 20-year-old top draft pick. And the reaction from the team says it all. She's had dual shoulder recos. Inactive in season 6, helped coach this side. And how brilliant for her to be back out on the park, fit and goaling for her team.
Well, a great result for the Dogs, getting a second one on the board. Nice and early, of course, in the second quarter. They're off and going.
Well, we might see the curse of the #1 draft pick here, Shiloh, because, of course, Gabby Newton, top draft pick 2019, has had a dual shoulder reco. Nina Morrison has done a knee. Izzy Huntington's done a knee. And last night, Montana Ham, fingers crossed, fingers and toes crossed for her. The Sydney Swans #1 draft pick went off late with a knee injury. She'll have scans tomorrow.
Wonderful to see Newton back at top flight and kicking goals, and the Bulldogs win it out of the middle again. Berry's marked at centre half forward, has a loose player inside 50, and it's Blackburn. You can't give Ellie too much room.
The confidence of Deanna Berry just then, just how she led up. She started on the high half forward role and she was able to wheel around, knew exactly where her captain was, and a little beautiful toe poke to her. She's just got lovely skills, Deanna Berry, and her when she's got confidence, she's an excellent player.
So Ellie Blackburn, does she have the distance shy?
Always.
She's certainly lining up to give this one a fair old roost. Ellie Blackburn looks pretty good off the boot. Oh, just missed. It's a fair effort from Ellie.
Hetherington on kick-in duties. To Randall. Back to Hetherington. Little handball off to Mackerel. And then out wide. Ooh, almost a really solid mark there by Mowbray. Goes and gets it again. Off to Mackerel. Good hands. Now Stack slips as she gets her kick away. It doesn't matter. Staunton wants to wheel and go. What she got heading forward. Leap was up there. And Fowler mistimed it. And it's well taken by the Doggies.
That was lovely ball movement, though, by the Giants then. They know where each other are. They're well drilled.
Ferris kicks out wide for Wilcox. Dropped the mark, has time to regather. Thumps it down the line. Fitzgerald will have to run onto this one. Gathers nicely. How's the delivery at half forward? Berry nudged her opponent underneath it in Grierson. Oh, and then just dropped the footy. Still a chance for her. Hand passes backwards to Fitzgerald. Might have been pushed in the back. The umpire says play on. And the Giants went out through Parker. Under pressure, though, in the back 50. Kicks looking for Dalton. I think it's just given away a free kick, and she has.
Oh, she didn't like the treatment that she got, Riley Wilcox, turning around to an Olympic gold medalist and saying, hey, I might be 18 and tiny, but don't mess with me like that. I might have just gone to my school formal.
Hopefully she didn't go to the after party. She's not playing like it.
No. So Dogs go deep into the attacking 50 again. Evans drops the mark. Dalton's there. Lamb's got her.
So worrying signs for the Giants at this point. Inside 50 count 5 to 12. So just not getting it deep enough through the ground in this transition.
Smith went up in the ruck then. Looked like third player up in the ruck. Dalton with the kick away. Here's a chance for Zarika. Gives it off to Staunton. Flicks it out wide. Well played. Here's Mowbray. Can she find a target? Out wide she goes. Put on the boot. Have they got anyone there at the top of the goal square? Tracking back is Brown. And so many times saves it defensively for the Dogs. Flicks it wide. Where Bateman's there. She needs some help. Ellie says, I'm coming. Blackburn handballs it. Back inboard. Hunt to Cranston. Saw Smith out of the corner of her eye, I think, and what should have been a mark becomes a 50-50 ball. Well done by Kat Smith.
Very good then. The Dogs were out. Cranston dropped that mark. Probably should have taken it, but really good effort by the Giants there to make amends.
So Lamb's in there fighting for the footy. And I think this one's going to come out. Dalloway's also in there for the Giants. We'll do it all again on the wing. So, the Dogs with the only goal of the second term so far. It's been an arm wrestle all afternoon. That kick won't be 15. Spills to Goodnecht. Handballs out the back to Hunt. Quick kick around the corner. Oh, mistiming it was Berry. Spills out the back to Fitzgerald. What can she do? Under pressure, close to the line. Hand passes backwards to Cranston. Just has to kick and hope towards half forward. Drop marked by Grierson. And allows the Dogs still a chance at half forward. Can they extract it? Good work by Pritchard. Newton's also in there having a go. Back to Pritchard. Wobbles the kick inside 50. Randall playing in front. Has a fumble. Here comes Parker. Her hand pass partially smothered by Newton. Now Pritchard again. Off to Goodnecht. Squeezes a kick inside forward 50. Here's a chance for Bateman in her club debut. Hand passes backwards to Morris. Nell Morris-Dalton. That kick, though, it's going to still be in play.
And Zarika's able to swoop and have a bounce and handball back inboard to Eva, her captain. Alicia Eva just hacks it towards the wing where it's all Dogs. Isabel Grant can't keep it in play. But she'll get the free kick because of the lasso rule. So Isabella Grant playing her 13th game, the only father-daughter on this list, and able to hit up Bateman, who's been good, Shiloh, in her club debut.
Well, she's a very good player, very underrated in my opinion.
Bateman just puts it into space, and she's going to ask Newton to run out and run onto it, and that's what she does, and Evans tackles her. Is that a dangerous tackle? It is. Tani Evans can't believe it. But Gabby Newton's going to line up for a second set shot in this second term.
The umpire giving her some tackling instructions there. Said you can't do a second movement. And that's the thing, when you've got the person, you know they're going to go to ground, you cannot then apply a second effort and give them the extra shove. You've got to carry them to the ground rather than push them in, force them in or sling them into the ground.
Injury-riddled start to her season for Gabby Newton. She's got one. The confidence is up, the belief is up, the hunger's there. She's got two, baby, and she loves it.
Well, what a turn for the former #1 draft pick. I really loved how she finished that kick-off there. She didn't try and just stab it right through or really pierce the goal. She floated it up, got some great air and carry because she was on such a tight angle, and she just needed the wind to do some of the work for her, and it just floated it beautifully, and it just sailed through the post pretty high. So really good work from her. Series of errors from the Giants that facilitated that result from the middle of the ground. So the Giants just needing to tighten up a little bit with some of those disciplined efforts at the moment, just giving away too many free kicks, turning the ball over far too easily, and the Dogs are massively impacting as a result.
So they've got the momentum in this second quarter, the Western Bulldogs. 2 goals to Gabby Newton. Fantastic comeback so far. The Giants need a response. Out of the middle, Moody just gets boot to ball. Scrubbers a kick towards half forward. Bennett collects, hand passes backwards to Goodnecht. Pumps the Dogs back inside forward 50. They've turned it over. Long kick out to the wing. Oh, Goodnecht. That's touched off the boot. Called to play on. Has to hand pass looking for Lamb. Oh, attacked the contest hard and then bursts away to half forward. That kick, though, perhaps not to the advantage of her teammates. Inside forward 50. Evans, was she caught high? Umpire says no. And we've got a stoppage 20 out from the Dogs' goal.
Oh, these Giants defenders. Oh, Tani, she's got to be careful.
Well, that moment with Lamb and Dalton, a great example. Dalton tried to tap it. Lamb went at it and won it.
Cranston takes it out of the ruck, turns, spins, and hits the post.
So Lamb, 8 touches. Blackburn, 8.
Wobbly old kick back inboard. Keeps it inside 50 here for the Bulldogs. Lamb's going to lock it up. So they've just lost their way in the last few moments, the Giants, Shiloh.
Yeah, and just not returned for some of the wins that they've had with their ball movement so far.
And a bit of an issue on the bench as well, with Mowbray getting some attention. Lauren, what's happening down there?
Yeah, it looks like she's okay, guys. She's just moving to have a sit down on the bench. She's had that hand taped up, a couple of fingers taped together, so we'll keep a close eye.
So Brasendale, the first gamer for the Giants, bursts away from defence and delivers nicely to Garnett, who can move it forward. Staunton's got some space inside forward 50. Oh, just shoves Grant out of the way. Collects the footy, runs to 20. Right foot snap around the corner. Would you expect anything less from Cora Staunton? She's on the board in season 7.
Well, how good was that? You can give Staunton the goal, but let's talk about Garnett's work there. Her work rate and she moved the ball so quickly. She saw where the space was over the back. She knew Cora could compete one-on-one in that contest and position the ball so nicely. She just kicks it nice and long over the top of the contest and gives Cora the best opportunity, create the one-on-one, and then give her the space to run onto it. And Cora never misses from there.
Isabella Grant, the 20-year-old. Look at the reaction in the background. She went to ground against the 40-year-old. And the experienced player with a thumbs up.
Just so strong.
Twice her age.
Goal number 48 for Cora Staunton as well. She's closing in on number 50.
Pritchard, Goodneck, both had it, both lost it. Pease to Parker. Oh, Blackburn couldn't bury her. She breaks that tackle. Goes down the line. Garnett off to Zarika. Breaks a few. Is going to put it out in front of Staunton. This time Grant goes early. She does really well, the younger player. Fantastic defensive hustle from Isabella Grant. And the Doggies are able to hold it in directly out from the Giants' goal.
A little give to Zarika has been really helpful for the Giants to get the ball inside 50.
Edmonds. To no one in particular. Pease. Emily Pease playing her 10th AFLW game. Bounces back up. This is Staunton taking it out of the ruck. Oh, she's going to keep going. Edmonds can't catch her. She handballs. Unkind bounce there for Doyle. Allows Hunt to come in. You can hear them calling Elsa. Elsa, that's Eleanor Brown on the bottom of that pack. And a very interesting final 3 minutes coming up before half-time, because they've been able to close the margin down to just 7 points.
Staunton out of the ruck, but it's going absolutely nowhere. Blackburn over the top of her.
Are we saying Staunton's now competing the ruck?
Yes.
Yeah, right. Can do everything.
And Ellie knew she was going to take it and go too.
Staunton again contesting the ruck. Blackburn, though, gets the hand pass out to Fitzgerald, who gives it to Bateman in her club debut. Great defensive effort from the Giants. Dalton hand passes backwards to McCormick. That is going to be a turnover there, and Wilcox takes the intercepting mark for the Dogs.
The young spark, the bright spark, Riley Wilcox. Thump down, it'll be all Dogs, and Brown again, the intercept marker. Brilliant across half-back.
Catherine Smith went the barrel then. Just wanted to get some distance.
So now they're going to go sideways to Hunt. Just hold on to it here.
Too much time here, I reckon. They're going to play it safe, but you can't slow it down too much.
Big fly. Confidence was up as Newton, number 5. Parker had it, lost it. Blackburn turns and just goes as far as she can. Alicia Eva's going to set after this. So back Blackburn, the captain, to Eva, the captain for the Giants. Down the line, guides that beautifully to Parker. Still time to score. Oh, it's a 50. Well, this will make things interesting. We heard Nathan Burke say at quarter time he was disappointed that they dominated the last 5 minutes of the first term. Giants are doing it again. They're dominating this last 5 minutes of the second term. Emily Pease. Can she hit up a target inside 50? Garnett's down there. Chance here. Stepping way out of trouble was Eva, and Zarika playing in front's taken a mark. Haneen directly in front in that new roll up forward, and a chance to make it a 1-point ball game.
So Eva's a score assist here. She was the one who intercepted the footy when the ball was bouncing deep inside their defensive 50. So the work rate of their captain, really liking the fact that Bernasconi's put her out wide, gives her a bit more space.
She began her Aussie rules journey with the Auburn Penrith Giants. Oh, she's kicked into the player on the mark. Well done by Hartwig it was. Oh, what on earth happened there? Haneen Zarika lining up for a 6th goal, Shiloh.
Just maybe a bit of jitters, didn't give herself enough space on the mark, misdropped it.
What a let-off for the Bulldogs. Would have brought it back to 1 point. It was the Giants by 1 point at quarter time. Bridge stack. Interesting looking handball, but very, very effective. Quick little hack kick out of there. Here's a chance for Zarika. She's going to be tackled by Ferris. And at half-time, it's the Western Bulldogs by 7 points, but Haneen Zarika had a chance to make it a 1-point ball game with a set shot straight into the player on the mark. And she lined up directly in front.
It's 12-13. In fact, the Giants are +1 in there. The effective clearance count's exactly the same, but it's the metres gained from clearance where the Giants have got the upper hand. They are getting more result for their clearance wins than the Dogs.
Alice Edmonds in the ruck for the Doggies. She's their most improved player over the pre-season, and that's where she's showing exactly why, as Lamb tries to juggle it, stolen by Parker. Parker dragged down by Blackburn. All the big names in the middle. Blackburn then goes again. She's going to pop it to the top of the goal square where Newton is. Hetherington reads it best. Jasmine Grierson with the kick over the head of Mackerel. Now Mackerel sets off after it. Getting there first, though, is Brown. Goes down low and Mackerel tackles her and wraps her up.
It's a nice exit there. Just the connection between the deep defenders from the Giants was great. Unfortunately for Brown, she had the opportunity to hit it, but just slipped over at the last minute.
Here's Dalton exploding away from the congestion. The Rugby 7 star and gold medalist out in front of Staunton. Staunton wheels around. She can usually make the ball talk, and she does it in the first game of the season.
Well, Cal, Cora Staunton, she's just taken her overall goal tally to 49. But the transition there, remember I just said at the clearance, at what happens at the clearances, the metres gained from the clearances. We saw a stoppage there. Chloe Dalton out of the congestion, burst through with the pace, and they're putting it out in front to their teammates. They know Cora loves a little bit of space to run onto it, and that's exactly what they did. And she wheeled around onto the right boot. She can make that ball bend. She gets her second for the day.
So Cora the scorer, as they call her at the Giants, she knows how to find those goals. 2 for the afternoon, 49 for her career.
Has there been a better Irish athlete? I'm sure.
Ever? Or you mean in this competition?
No, I think ever. She's awesome. We love her. We never wanted to stop.
Oh, Riley Wilcox, from 40 to 17 years of age, delivery inside. Grierson marks it, the intercepting mark in front of Fitzgerald, and then flares it wide. Pritchard's claimed the mark and takes it. I like the look of this player, Isabel Pritchard. I think she's got a big future ahead of her. Thumping left boot. We see it on display here. Towards Newton. Just tossed Pepper Randall aside like a rag doll. And Gabby Newton's going back for a third. In fact, it's Moody.
Well, she's had a number of moments today in those almost moments. I think they're really encouraging that one-on-one. She's got a bit of height here, and she leveraged it, won the mark that time.
So Moody it is to open her account for the season. And she does.
And just like that, the Dogs hit back. Every time the Giants get a little bit closer, the Dogs then extend their lead again. Of course, they won that midfield. They won that clearance then through Wilcox, the youngster, and then being able to drive the footy forward. We see Pritchard, who's just an amazing young talent again, rising up, being able to kick nice and long. Contested mark, then contested mark, 2 contested marks to create that goal. And, Gal, they've got a riches of tall blondes deep in the forward line.
Yeah, they do. They got me that time.
Well, whether it's Newton or Moody, doesn't really matter. They're getting the goals kicked.
And they're sharing a joke about it as well.
You can see there the height mismatch with Randall.
So a couple of early goals to kickstart the second half from both of these two sides as Lamb wins it out of the middle. Throws it out wide to Bateman. Great kick, and now releases Brown by hand. Pumps the Dogs back inside forward 50. Moody couldn't trap it. Cranston has a go. Dumped in a tackle by Pepper Randall. We've got a stoppage.
Umpire's paid a free kick there.
Yeah, I don't think Bernasconi realises yet he's having a little joke. But it was a free kick.
Jeez, it's a hard day as a defender, a deep defender, isn't it? Randall in that moment a moment ago with Moody, and now the tackle we see here in the replay, the tackle there on...
Oh, right, OK, dangerous tackle.
So Cranston off the boot's not going to have the distance. It'll pitch at the top of the square. Moody got hands to it, couldn't complete the mark. And passes out, looking for Hartwig. It's wrapped up in a tackle. Now we have a stoppage inside 50.
Heidi Woodley on the bottom of that pack, playing her first game. Reed Stack. Which way will this wobble? No one can control it at this point in time. Cambridge McCormick. And then Parker in a bear hug with Fitzgerald. Two tough nuts that won't take a backward step. Edmonds trying to get it down to Pritchard, but she's held in nice and tight. Isabel Pritchard. She'll go again here. She picks it up. She's set upon. Edmonds has got it. Tackled by Cambridge McCormick, who's from Canberra, playing her first game in the ruck, trying to affect this hit out, but can't. Stoppage after stoppage, congestion galore. Nathan Burke's eyes darting on the boundary. Edmonds just thumps it. Lamb, no, it's going to come up to Woodley, who has a quick snap and misses. Heidi Woodley from Kilmore Diamond Creek. Pick 37 in the most recent draft, just 17 years of age.
The Giants exit defence. And that kick over the head of Mowbray. Close to the boundary line. The Dogs keep it in. Did really well. Pritchard chips it towards half forward. Newton presents. Kicked 2 goals in the second term. That is a high up and under to the pocket. Cranston out the back. Reels in a beautiful mark.
Well, that's the second time that the Giants' exit kick from the D50 after a kick-in has gone over the top of the intended target, and the rebound has come through the Dogs, and the second time they've taken a contested mark deep inside 50.
Rocky Cranston to restore a 14-point lead is missed to the near side for a minor.
Let's have a look at this new game plan. From the last line of defence, Grierson has just about put it straight down the throat of Moody. Randall trying to get themselves out of a pickle. Hicks has given it to Zarika, who's tackled straight to the ground, and they made a meal of that, Shiloh.
Yeah, the first couple of kick-ins went long. They tried a shorter one there. Dogs were onto it straight away, just the pressure. Grierson, I was thinking, looks a lot more confident than previous years, but those kick-ins haven't been great right now.
Gallimore Woodley, Blackburn. Bought a giant sandwich. Ferris, great smother. Blackburn goes again. Fires it out. Wilcox, Ferris. Back to Wilcox, another great smother. So they've lifted in the 1%ers here, the Giants.
Wilcox, the 9 touches for her today. Really nice start. 2 inside 50s from her as well. 5 handball receives. Got a bit of work rate about her.
Ball back into play. Here's Berry. Sends the Dogs inside 50, and Morris Dalton is marked in space, but she took off. Just got around Stack, kicks towards to the top of the square, and Moody clunks it.
How was the vision there from Deanna Berry once she knew she had the footy and she saw that Morris Dalton had sort of got off the leash and was a little bit loose, just being able to pick her off so easily, and love the confidence of Morris Dalton. Thought, I've got a bit of space, I'm going to wheel around on my left.
Celine Moody for a game-high lead for the Western Bulldogs in the 3rd term. Guides at home.
Well, the Giants have got some issues down in their defensive 50. They just can't exit. So this might be the best thing for them, that a goal's been scored. Bring the ball back to the midfield, get it halfway up the field, because at the moment they've got some challenges with that kick-in structure. The opportunities in front of goal that we've just seen in the last couple of minutes have come off poor kick-ins, and then the rebound from the Dogs. So good perseverance from them, rebound inside 50s.
So one tall key forward with a blonde ponytail did the damage in the 2nd term. Gabby Newton. Another tall key forward with a blonde ponytail doing the damage in the 3rd term. Moody.
Inside 50, 6-1 this quarter.
Edmonds allowing Moody to play up forward. Of course, there's no Bonnie Too Good this year. She switched to the Bombers. She was their leading goal kicker last year.
She was the leading goal kicker last night, wasn't she? She was fantastic for the Bombers.
Edmonds has been fantastic for the Dogs. Parker, always so big and so strong. Oh, clunking it forward there. That was a heavy hit. Hicks had it, lost it. Fitzgerald wheels around. Pease was involved. Now, just hacking that forward. Trying to control it right down low with Doyle. Dogs with the numbers. Lynch. Hunt. Wide. Fitzgerald, right position. Doesn't get the mark. Edmonds, though, doesn't mind going in and getting her hands dirty, Edmonds. Giving away a free kick to Breed Stack. Hope it's not a nasty injury, Shiloh. She had a nasty one. Was that last season or the season before?
Two seasons, 21.
Yeah. And the Dogs, too easy to chop that off. Lynch is going to hang this out in the air. Put her to teammates under the pump here. Brown bearing down. Staunton is there, which is always dangerous. She's going to try and take on a couple. Brown thought she had her. Now Brown goes in hard again. Gee, that was fantastic, ferocious attack on the footy by Grant. It's going to come back here to Pease. Sidesteps one way. And the snap is offline.
They'd done all the work, hadn't they, Cal, the Giants?
Yeah, they
had the numbers at the contest as well, and maybe Cora tried to do a little bit too much with it. The cavalry arrived for the Dogs.
Just couldn't get reward for effort on that occasion, the Giants, but it was a good build-up to create an opportunity in front of goal. And now they might have another. Pease with the intercepting mark. What can she find up forward? It's a crowded forward 50, so she just has to kick it to the top of the square. Staunton's there, but at the back and reading it best is Brown. Just chip it short to Lynch on the last line of defence. The Dogs by 14 points in this 3rd quarter. Kick 2 goals to 1. Long kick out, side of defensive 50, Grant. Her hand pass, though, is picked off. Hicks. Hand passes inboard to Mackerel. She's tackled immediately by Blackburn. How did she get rid of it? The umpire says play on. And there's a bit of push and shove, I think. Is there a free kick out of all of that? There is. So Mackerel is going to win the free kick. Blackburn's having a word with the umpire.
Mackerel had a swinging left arm that looked like it might have made high contact with the Bulldog player on the ground. So maybe a little fortunate. But Garnett's going to take the reward and have a set shot.
Well, she asked for this opportunity, didn't she? She asked to play forward. She has been working across the back half of the ground, a little bit forward at the end of last season.
What's that? A swinging left arm. And a couple of the Dogs players remonstrating. It's an ugly moment. Meanwhile, Georgia Garnett is missing to the right-hand side.
Doesn't sound like there's too many Giants fans in the crowd today. A few boos from the Western Bulldogs fans.
So Hunt on the kick-in. Morris Dalton marking.
Oh, there's a dog behind play.
Oh, there's a Bulldogs player down behind play, and it is Ellie Blackburn. And now it's on in the middle of the ground, and they're into Mackerel. Mackerel is the central figure of this. We saw a bit of push and shove between Essendon and Hawthorn last night. Meanwhile, plays on. The Dogs streaming down the outer wing, wheeling around who's inside 50. It goes over the head of the Bulldogs players, and the Giants through Pepper Randall can mop up. Almost don't know where to look. It's happening more off the ball than on the ball at the moment. Hunt knocked off it. Lamb goes without it. Garnett handballs, gives it off to her teammate. Here's McCormick. An open goal beckons. Cambridge McCormick, not quite. Now, where is Tate Mackerel, the central figure in the push and shove and slap behind play? She is coming from the ground.
So is the emergency umpire, who has made their way out onto the field to just coordinate.
So we just saw a replay of that off-the-ball incident. Mackerel just ran into Blackburn behind play. Here she is with the footy. That's a nice pass in the middle, looking for Fitzgerald, but good defensive work from McCormick to bring it to ground. Dogs still win it though. Kick out wide. Morris Dalton hand passes to Fitzgerald and now to Gutnecht. Smart play to find Bennett's in space. Has Newton further afield if she can spot her, and she does. Oh, the kick though didn't quite hit her. Has time to gather and then assess her options. Forward, Cranston's marked. Might have been out of bounds on the full. It is. Free kick to the Giants.
Good move, Shiloh, to take Mackerel off, because it looked like she slapped a Bulldogs player on the ground and then she's decked Ellie Blackburn behind play.
Yeah, good thing to just bring her off, calm her down, get her head back in the game. The Dogs have done a really good job of doing that as a team.
Here they go through the centre of the ground. This is the new tactic, the new game style. They might have come unstuck, though. Margin is 12 points. The Giants won't go away easily. It's got a real edge to it, this contest. Moody just picks it up, bombs it long. Morris Dalton's down there. Hetherington does well to block, allows Smith to come through and kick it straight down the throat of Moody. Moody with 2 goals in this term. Goes to one of the veteran players, you would say, Bailey Hunt, 26 years of age. Vice-captain now. Defender, inside 50s, straight to Smith, who just plugged that hole of Gabby Newton. They're aware of the potential that she has.
What about ploy from the Giants to slow this down as well, just to calm everyone down and reconnect to their game plan, how they want to play footy? So a lot slower than we've seen for the earlier part of the game.
Evans at centre half back. Straight down the centre, Blackburn picking it off. She'll just grit the teeth, Ellie Blackburn, given that last incident. Oh, that was an absolute shocking throw then from Heidi Woodley. That is cheeky in your first game. You might get away with that in the underages, Heidi. Blackburn tries to beat Dalton to the footy. Dalton's got her.
Great flick pass, wasn't it?
Let's have a look. Oh.
Not sure it was intentional. I think it might have slipped out of her hand, but geez, it looked fun.
Chance for Dalloway. Evans. Randall. Can they go? Final minute. Gee, if they score one here, it'll just spice things up a little bit. Oh, Lynch, is that a dangerous tackle? Umpire says play on. Zarika, a little give. She got it back to Fowler. Fowler goes long. Oh, Garnett's taken a mark in a one-on-one. She outmarks Elle Bennett's the former Giants player, and she's going to have a set shot after the siren here to mark three-quarter time. She's been told, go back. Georgia Garnett went to the new coach in the off-season, said, I've been playing down back for so far in my career. I want a chance up forward. Please, coach, he said. It's all about power empowerment, player empowerment, but that one's going to fall short. And the score will stand 34-22 at three-quarter time. But Tate Mackerel lit a fuse. And it's just boiling away, this one. And when Cora Staunton's in the team, anything is possible. Stick around. We've got a big final term coming up here at a sunny Icon Park. We all wait with bated breath, and it looks like it's going to happen. Although Ellie doesn't want to get too close. Fireworks in the third term. What's it going to deliver in the last?
An intriguing final quarter here at Icon Park. Blackburn attacks the contest hard but couldn't collect the footy. Squirts out the back to Mackerel. Delivers to half forward. One-on-one, Zarika and Ferris. Ferris out the back, Zarika over the top of her. And Pritchard lays a tackle to force a stoppage. Isn't it really important for the Giants to get on the board early here in this final term, Shiloh?
Yeah, it's been a great little contest, that one between Ferris and Zarika. I've loved it.
Oh, Pritchard tackled by a couple of Giants, going nowhere. Again, we've got another ball up at the top of 50.
Cam will be happy with this. A couple of 50-50 balls. They haven't let the ball on the outside of the Dogs.
Slapped down by Parker. Mackerel goes to ground. Just get the feeling Mackerel's not done for the afternoon. Going to make her presence felt out there. See if she can inspire her team. There she is. Blackburn, with all the skill in the world, running away from the opposing captain in Eva, getting it back, and then caught, runs into a brick wall. Hicks was there, somehow manages to get the kick to Cranston, off to Wilcox. Been impressive in her first game. Up towards Lamb. Lamb had to get on her bike, dropped it in the end. Grierson, back to Parker. Always breaks the tackle, so strong in the hips. Handball wasn't great. Cranston tucks it under her arm and then bombs it long towards Moody. Celine Moody lining up for a third goal for the afternoon.
Well, that surge forward came through Blackburn and then Wilcox. I really like Wilcox's courage, her conviction in her own ability, her agility to get the ball deep forward.
Celine Moody. Move to the ruck. She's kicked to the top of the goal square here. Done the unselfish thing. Fitzgerald scooped it. Couldn't make an effective kick. And Breed Stack, bursting out of defence, has kicked it straight to the Dogs. Edmonds. Brilliant in the ruck today. Blackburn wants it. Blackburn wants it. Blackburn gets it. Forced to hurry the kick. Well done by the Giants. Hetherington to Stack. And again, Stack's kicked it straight to the Bulldogs. This is Ferris.
She has a bit more time than she thinks there, Stack. Just got to raise the eyes, pick off a target and find them.
Ferris spears the ball inside 50, but it's straight to Parker, who runs away, delivers into the centre. It's a good kick as well. Garnett sends the Giants into attack, but Eleanor Brown, another intercepting mark for the Dogs, and has Hunt all alone at half-back. Wants to kick to Pritchard on the wing, bounces in front of her. Now has to fight for it at ground level. Still a go at it. Pease tackles her. Hunt's in there over the line.
Eleanor Brown, really great work. Just another intercept, just tracking back with Staunton. Kept her feet, was really sensible. Watched the ball, intercepted. Stopped yet another Giants foray forward.
Yep, if that hit the ground, they were in trouble, the Dogs then. Edmonds, rucking and roving. And trying to do too much. Parker.
Slapped the ground then. She really wants to have a bit more of an effort around the contest, not just in the ruck. So, like that from her.
Parker's lifting in this final term already, Shiloh. Garnett handballs, putting her teammate under pressure. Dogs are able to win it. Squeeze it down the line was Lynch to perfection. And Morris Dalton marks. Left footer wobbles it to half forward. Over the head of the pack. Parker is everywhere at the moment. Berry can't get her. Parker so steady, so strong. She's filled behind play. They're going to switch it from one side to the other here. And now Pepper Randall. This is where they look to go down the centre. Oh, there's a big screen set. Player on the mark. Oh, it's hit her straight in the head. Well, talk about being involved in all the action there, Kirsty Lamb. She sent a huge screen, got a Sharon in the head. She's still up, she's still running. Gee, this is fierce. This is all on the line, and it's only the opening round.
I think it was the grand final.
Have a look at this. Oh, back of the shoulder, okay.
So the Giants defence under all sorts of pressure here. Blackburn feeds it to Hunt. Quick kick around the corner. Oh, and that's a wonderful mark by Hicks. Great to see her back in Giants colours. Sends it out wide to Doyle. Can the Giants find some run? Pease has a loose player at half forward.
Nice setup.
It's a great kick to Garnett. But it's this next one they've had trouble finding. So Garnett just pops it towards half forward. Oh, Dalton has reeled in the mark.
She got that mark. She did the work early to get rid of a teammate, an opponent, I should say.
Oh, wants to move it quickly over the head of Doyle, but out the back is Mowbray. Hand passes backwards to Eva. Staunton at the top of the square. Can't trap it. Brown with her. Over the line for a throw-in, but the Giants have an opportunity deep inside attack.
You've got to wonder why she didn't go herself. Why did she give the hand pass back? She had plenty of space, just that awareness and maybe some inexperience, but they were on there and they had an opportunity. But again, the build-up was really nice. So when they do it and they get it right, it looks really good.
Staunton in the ruck with Edmonds, assuming the front position. Staunton, though, makes herself get there. She's doing a Tommy Hawkins. She's taking it on. Now she's giving it back to Parker. Oh, there's no substitute for class. Elise Parker.
Well, Cora Staunton says, if I'm not going to kick them, I'll get them out of the ruck for you and I'll feed it out to you with a score assist. And that's the beauty of her work and her balance in her game. But Parker, isn't she having a fantastic fourth quarter? If the Giants get over the line, it's not going to be because she didn't work so hard. She's had 6 touches so far. She's had 2 clearances. Both of them effective, of course. 1 tackle, and now she's got a goal to her name just for the last quarter. Thanks for coming. Parker is willing the Giants over the line.
It's just the second goal of Elise Parker's career. It's a young career, but it's been a brilliant one so far. 2-time All-Australian, 3-time Best and Fairest winner. And the Giants have a sniff. 6 points the margin, half a quarter to go. And here they go again through the middle. Parker again, what a game she's had, although she's been tackled by Blackburn, but caught high. And now she's played on, and Blackburn's going to get her again. The umpire calls play on. Lamb comes up with it for the Dogs. Shoots it towards half forward. Cranston has a player streaming into the pocket, but is kicked into the player in the mark. Has to turn tackler on Parker. Now it's holding the ball. And it is. I think the umpire did initially signal the other way, but it is a Dogs free kick.
Oh, how good is that? 2 of the best midfielders in the game, Blackburn and Parker, toe-to-toe. Brings a smile to every footy fan's face. Dalton repels. Parker again. Dalloway delivers into the centre of the ground, and that's a strong mark by Mowbray.
She's been good, Mowbray. Really like her work.
And this is what they've been exciting. They want to get it moving quickly. She went to GG, Georgia Garnett. Couldn't take the mark. Trying to break free is Lynch. And now here's Pritchard on that trusty left. Oh, that's not a very trusty kick. She's going to get another chance. Pritchard, is this better? Slipped straight through the hands of Newton. Now Newton, big ball to be won here. Newton goes the toe poke, and it was clever off to Berry. She's brought down in a tackle, though. Jazzy Grierson does really well. It's slapped clear. Still they go, the toe poke by Cranston. It's going to roll and dribble and deliver a goal for Rocky.
Well, what a passage of play there. The Giants were out. They were moving the ball so nicely and cleanly. A little fumble on the near wing here. And then there was the turnover. The Dogs ran in numbers. They ran for each other. And they were so careful with how they played the footy. They wanted to be there first. Deanna Berry tucked the ball under her arm, took a couple of extra steps, rode the tackle, popped it out into space. But it was Cranston all the way through. So strong.
Watch the reaction here from Rocky Cranston. She took on 3-4 players in the orange jumper and said, hey, how about that?
What I loved about Cranston there is she affected the spoil because it was going to be an uncontested mark, kept her feet, Giants went to ground, and she was able to kick the goal.
The Dogs return serve in this final quarter. From the middle, Mackerel's in there. It's Blackburn for company. Rolls her over. Got another stoppage. 12 points the margin here, the way of the Dogs. The Giants have not gone away all afternoon, but they need to get moving again. They might have mucked it up in the middle. Dalloway has a go. Hicks is in there. Now Pease is stripped to the footy. Good-necked. Burrows her way through for the Dogs. She's tackled, and we've got another ball up.
Well, you can see exactly what the Giants are trying to do, and it's really good, and they've got people in there. Just some of the skill execution, intercepted handball, a little bit off the target, but I like what I see from them today.
McCormick down to Parker. What's she up to now? Elise Parker.
25 for the game, thanks for coming, and 11 handball receives.
Out to Pease, who's been good as well. Felt the tackle from behind, so had to handball. Mowbray. Won't be coming out of there. So the biggest lead in this contest has been 15 points, and that was halfway through the third term. Dogs have led it all day. Every time they look like they're going to break away, open up a significant lead in this game, the Giants have said, no way. 12-point margin, 5 and a bit to play. Mackerel and Blackburn go again. Pease. McCormick. Hicks. Jodie Hicks. She'll be enjoying her time back playing Aussie rules football. Parker just swatting it away. Spinning out of trouble there was Pritchard, off to Ferris. Ferris in a one-on-one. Coming through is Newton, who's kicked a couple. Got it back. Kicks to a contest. It'll sit here for Morris Dalton. She's got Rocky Cranston if she wants her. Loops the handball over the top a little awkwardly, and then's going to just a rush of blood put that out of bounds on the full. Not the best option. Plenty of perceived pressure around Nell Morris Dalton then.
She's a left footer, and she could have kicked it deep and long into the 50, but it was all Giants in there. So it was a smart move to just play it a little bit slower, try and get some players to move down. Just didn't quite come off.
So less than 5 minutes to play now in this final quarter. Oh, Cranston, Morris Dalton, in fact, has taken a good contested grab. Has Lamb in support, ignores that. Blackburn in the pocket. Goes further afield, although it's probably not the best kick in the end. And young Brasendale in her debut takes the mark.
Oh, it's a risky kick from Brasendale. Isabel Pritchard has been given a gift.
So the captain, Alicia Eva, straight over to the youngster and said, don't worry about that one, we'll get the next one. She made a beeline for her immediately.
Isabel Pritchard yet to kick a goal in her 14 games coming into this one.
Can play.
Can play. She has so much potential. And she's got the opportunity right now to slam that door shut. Oh, it's hit the post.
Handy point.
It is. It's 13 points. And Nathan Burke isn't out of the woods yet.
So everything has to go the Giants' way now. Evans goes for a run and has a bounce. Has a couple of bounces. Finally, a Dogs player comes to her, and now she gets the hand pass away. Eva, a long kick, searching kick towards half forward. Bounces in front of Dalton, wrapped up immediately by Moody. Gets the hand pass out. Eva again kept running, wobbles a kick inside 50. Staunton wants to play on, wants to kick her third and give the Giants a sniff.
Well, when the Giants decide to move the ball that way and they execute well, it comes off. And I really love what we see, just the run and carry through the middle of the ground there. And no one came at the kick in. And so she was able to just stream up the field. It was 50 metres before she had to make a disposal, had a couple of bounces. But just the way in which the Giants are running for each other, it's so good to see. And to be able to get Staunton on the end of that makes it number 5-0. Cora Staunton.
So Cora Staunton raises the bat at Icon Park. She brings up her half century. 50 goals in AFLW. She won't care about that right now because there's 4 precious points up for grabs and just 7 points in it with a tick under 3 minutes to play. All important centre break here. Moody, Lamb, tackle. Well done by McCormick. We'll re-go again. In the ruck is McCormick in her first game. A fumble. Lamb couldn't quite get the smother. Out in front of Evans. Oh, crunching in with that tackle is the first gamer, Heidi Woodley. The 17-year-old. Look at this for a 17-year-old schoolgirl. Crunch. Tani Evans feeling every bone and muscle in her body right now. Holding call, free kick to the Giants. Dalton's got it, wants to use the centre. Not quite a mark there from Brasendale. Smith's got it. Oh, this is dangerous. Where's Staunton? Pease is thinking exactly that. Where is she? Top of the goal square. Oh, Staunton goes to ground. Chance for Lynch. Heard the footsteps behind her. Georgia Garnett. Hartwig. Just happy to accidentally see that over.
The Giants then were asking the question. The Bulldogs player just pushed that over the boundary line, did not even try and keep it in. I'm with the Giants then. That was a free kick, and that would have been better for the Giants to get a behind out of that, by the way.
Giants came from the clouds in their practice game to win it by 1 point. It's like an instant replay. Pritchard flicks it on, looking for Blackburn. Eva with better position. She needs some help. Eva's forced to just toe poke at 5 minutes forward to Pritchard. Bumped off the ball. Umpires put the whistle away. Incredible smother. Spills the way of Breed Stack. Stack gets it up to Hetherington. In the centre she goes. She's got McCormack, who continues to get better and better. Off to Dalloway. Inside 50. Over the head of Newton. Moody, what's she doing down there? She's gone back with numbers. And Eleanor Brown with the cool head. Goes to a 1-on-2. The one, though, was Ellie Blackburn. Blackburn's beaten 1, beaten 2, beaten 3. Wheels around, back to Edmonds, back to Blackburn. Blackburn now, down the line. It's got to be pinpoint. Puts it out in front of Woodley. Woodley, the 17-year-old, inside 50. Who's home? Who's going to get there first? Tani Evans will run onto this, but she's got all the pressure in the world. Bearing down was Rocky. Tani Evans, maturity beyond her years. She gets it off through the centre of the ground they go. Dalloway, final minute, 7 points in it. Time running out for Zarika, who's fumbling. She's given it back to the opposition. Lynch has got it. She goes to ground and she'll be happy to do that, the vice-captain and the full-back for the Bulldogs.
Well, this is such exciting football from both teams. Both teams have opportunities to win it today.
Here's Riley Wilcox. Lamb. They're going to soak up these final seconds here, Bulldogs fans.
You get the feeling, Cal, don't you? The Giants will rue this one. They've had their opportunities, but the Dogs have been absolutely outstanding.
They haven't been able to officially say goodnight with the sealer. They're just going to scrap and hold their nerve here in the final seconds. The Western Bulldogs are on the board in season 7. But the Giants showed plenty of heart.